There's two parts to an explore action. There's movement or scanning. You're only able to do one.
To move, you pick a ship and then move orthogonally up to the number of spaces it says on your player board. For instance, this frigate can move up to 4 spaces. So I may want to go round to the asteroid belt. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you choose the scanning action in your explore turn, you pick an area that you want to scan in. This frigate has a scan range of 1. That would allow me to scan here, here, or here. In this instance, I want to scan here, and I want a space tile. So I would pick this space tile and put it right there.
The government on Sol want the galaxy expanded, so they will pay you for every tile touching that tile when you place it down. In this instance, it's touching 1 tile, so they will give you 5 energy credits.
Mobilize is your main attack action. It encompasses movement and attacking. Movement applies in the same way as it does for Explorer, where you're able to move orthogonally.
Here's an example of an attack. This humanity cruiser wants to attack this Simian Federation frigate. The cruiser has 3 power. The frigate has 1 power. If he beats the frigate, he forces it to retreat. However, if he doubles it, he destroys it. In this case, 3 beats 1, so he moves in and destroys the frigate. However, a frigate isn't destroyed out of the game. An insurance replacement is offered up by the government of Sol, which the player whose ship is destroyed can then place either on one of their bases or on the Sol system itself. When mobilizing against a system that has a base, you take into account both the ship powers and the base level on that tile. For instance, this base is at level 1, meaning that it adds 1 power to any battles that happen in that system. The cruiser has 3 power, and the frigate and the base together have 2. So the cruiser beats the frigate or the base. In this case, it wants to attack the frigate. While it doesn't double it, it does beat it. So while not destroying it, the frigate is forced to retreat orthogonally.
When attacking a system, the same rules apply. You add the base and the ship together to calculate the total power. In this instance, when I move this cruiser in, which has a power of 3, and this is 2, I can immediately take the base away because I'm more powerful than it. Now, when I remove that, I would remove the base entirely, and I'm able to place my base at the same time. So now I've taken over the system.
The research action allows you to upgrade cards in your deck, upgrade a ship to a better ship, or upgrade a base to a higher level.
To upgrade a ship, you first have to have a ship on a base you control or Sol. In this case, I have a frigate on this system. I would pay the associated cost with upgrading, which is listed on my player board, and then upgrade the ship, in this case to a cruiser.
To upgrade a base, you pay the goods required and then move it up a level. If you have enough goods, you can do this multiple times with a single base. To upgrade a card in your deck, you first pick the level of card you wish to upgrade to, then you pay the energy credits, goods, and check whether you have enough systems that you can get that card. Once it's paid, you take the card and you replace a card in your deck that is of the same type. Then you put all the cards together, shuffle them, and draw 2 cards for your next turn. On a production action, you have 2 choices. You can either produce goods in all the systems you control, plus Sol will give you 1 fuel pod, or you can produce a new frigate. To produce in your systems, you look at the systems you have, which you should have updated on your little wheels on your player board. Then you gain the goods as described on there. In this case, I would gain 1 purple cube and 1 orange cube to place in my storage.
To produce a frigate, you pay its cost, which is listed on your player board, and then you get to place it on a system you control or Sol. In the trade action, you're allowed to sell and buy resources from the bazaar. You can also sell resources to other players at that time. There are no limits on the amount of resources that you buy or sell.
The diplomacy action allows you to do one of two things. You can choose to discard both cards that you have, draw 2 new cards, and then take your turn. Or you can play the diplomacy face up in front of you, and until your next turn, you are safe from your systems being attacked.